Good Margaret, run thee to the parlour, there shalt thou find my cousin Beatrice proposing with the prince in Claudio. Whisper her ear, and tell her I and Ursula walk in the orchard, and our whole discourse is all of her. Say that thou overheardst us, and bid her steal into the pleached bower. There will she hide her. To listen our purpose, this is thy office. Bear thee well in it, and leave us alone.
I'll make her come, I warrant you, presently.
Now, Ursula, when Beatrice doth come, as we do trace this alley up and down, our talk must only be of Benedick. When I do name him, let it be thy part to praise him more than ever man did merit. My talk to thee must be how Benedick is sick in love with Beatrice. Now begin, or look where Beatrice like a lapwing runs close by the ground to hear our conference.
The pleasantest angling is to see the fish cut with her golden oars the silver stream and greedily devour the treacherous bait. So angle we for Beatrice, who even now is couched in the woodbine coverture. Fear you not my part of the dialogue.
Then go we near her, that our ear lose nothing of the false sweet bait that we lay for it. No, truly, Ursula, she is too disdainful. I know her spirits are as coy and wild as haggards of the rock.
But are you sure that Benedick loves Beatrice so entirely?
So says the prince and my new trothed lord.
And did they bid you tell her of it, madam?
They did entreat me to acquaint her of it, but I persuaded them, if they loved Benedick, to wish him wrestle with affection, and never to let Beatrice know of it.
Why did you so?
Nature never framed a woman's heart of prouder stuff than that of Beatrice. Her wit values itself so highly that to her all matter else seems weak. She cannot love, nor take no shape nor project of affection. She is so self-endeared.
Sure, I think so, and therefore certainly it were not good she knew of his love, lest she make sport at it.
Why, you speak truth. I never yet saw a man, how wise, how noble, young, how rarely featured, but she would spell him backwards. Turned she every single man the wrong side out, and never gives to truth and virtue that would simpleness and merit purchase it.
Sure, such carping is not commendable.
But who dare tell her so? If I should speak, she would mock me into air. Oh, she would laugh me out of myself, press me to death with wit. Therefore, let Benedick, like covered fire, consume away in sighs, waste inwardly. It were a better death than die with mocks, which is as bad as die with tickling.
Yet tell her of it, hear what she will say.
No, rather, I will go to Benedick, and I will counsel him to fight against his passion. And truly I'll devise some honest slanders to stain my cousin with. One doth not know how much an ill word may empoison liking.
She cannot be so much without true judgment, having so swift and excellent a wit as she is prized to have, as to refuse so rare a gentleman as Signor Benedick.
He is the only man of Italy, always excepted my dear Claudio.
I pray you, be not angry with me, madam. Speaking my fancy, Signor Benedick, for shape, for bearing, argument, and valor, goes foremost in report through Italy.
Indeed, he hath an excellent good name.
His excellence did earn it, ere he had it. When are you married, madam?
Why, every day, tomorrow. Come, go in, I'll show thee some attires, and have thy counsel, which is best to furnish me tomorrow.
She's limed, I warrant you. We've caught her, madam.
If it proves so, then loving goes by haps. Some Cupid kills with arrows, some with traps.
What fire is in mine ears? Can this be true? Stand I condemned for pride and scorn so much? Contempt, farewell. Maiden pride, adieu. No glory lives behind the back of such. And Benedick, love on. I will requite thee, taming my wild heart to thy loving hand. For if thou dost love, then my kindness shall incite me to bind our loves up in a holy band. Others say that thou dost deserve, and I believe it better than reporting.
I do but stay till your marriage, and then I go toward Aragon.
I'll bring you thither, my lord, if you'll vouchsafe me.
Nay, that would be as great a soil in the new gloss of your marriage as to show a child his new coat and forbid him to wear it. I will only be bold with Benedict for his company, for he is all mirth. He hath twice or thrice cut Cupid's bowstrings, and the little hangman dare not shoot at him.
Gallants, I am not as I have been.
So say I. Methinks you are sadder.
I hope he be in love.
Hang him, truant! There is no true drop of blood in him to be truly touched with love. If he be sad, he wants money.
I have the toothache.
Yet say I, he is in love.
There is no appearance of fancy in him, unless he hath a fancy to this foolery, as it appears he hath. He's no fool for fancy, as you would have it appear he is.
If he be not in love with some woman, there is no believing old signs. He brushes his hat a-mornings. What should that bode?
Hath any man seen him at the barber's?
No, but the barber's man hath been seen with him.
Indeed, he looks younger than he did.
That's as much as to say the sweet youth's in love.
The greatest note of it is his melancholy.
Nay, but his jesting spirit, which is now crept into a lute string and now governed by stops.
Yea, that tells. Heavy tale for him. Conclude. Conclude he is in love.
Nay, but I know who loves him.
That I would know too. I warrant one that knows him not.
Yes, and his ill conditions, and despite of all, dies for him.
Yet is this no charm for the toothache. Old Signor, walk aside with me a while. I have studied 8 or 9 wise words to speak to you, that these hobby horses must not hear.
For my life, reckon him about Beatrice.
'Tis even so. Hero and Margaret have by this played their parts with Beatrice, and now the two bears will not bite one another when they meet.
Oh, my lord and brother, God save you.
Good den, brother.
If your leisure served, I would speak with you.
In private?
If it please you, yet Count Claudio may hear, for what I would speak of concerns him.
What's the matter?
Means your lordship to be married tomorrow?
You know that he does.
I know not that, when he knows what I know.
If there be any impediment, I pray you discover it.
You may think I love you not. Let that appear hereafter, and aim better at me by that I will now manifest.
Why? What's the matter?
I came hither to tell you, and circumstances shortened, for she had been far too long a talking of. The lady is disloyal.
Who? Hero?
Even she. Leonardo's hero, your hero, every man's hero.
Disloyal?
The word is too good to paint out her wickedness. Wonder not till further warrant, but go with me tonight. You shall see her chamber window entered, even the night before her wedding day. If you love her then, tomorrow wed her. But it would better fit your honor to change your mind.
May this be so?
I will not think it.
If you dare not trust that you see, confess not that you know. If you will follow me, I will show you accordingly. And when you have seen more and heard more, proceed accordingly.
If I see anything tonight, why I should not marry her tomorrow in the congregation where I should wed, there will I shame her.
And as I wooed for thee to obtain her, I will join thee to disgrace her.
I will disparage her no further, till you are my witnesses. Bear it coldly, but till midnight, and let the issue show itself.
O day untowardly turned.
Oh, mischief strangely thwarting.
O plague right well prevented, so will you say when you have seen the sequel.
Are you good good men and true?
Yea, or else it were pity, but they should suffer salvation, body and soul.
Nay, that were a punishment too good for them, if they should have any allegiance in them being chosen for the prince's watch.
Well, give them their charge, neighbor Dogberry.
First, who think you the most desertless man to be constable?
Hugh Oatcake or George Seacole, for they can write and read.
Come hither, neighbor Seacole. God hath blessed you with a good name. To be a well-favored man is the gift of fortune, but to write and read comes by nature.
Both which, Master Constable?
You have. I knew it would be your answer. Well, for your favor, sir, why, give God thanks and make no boast of it. And for your writing and reading, let that appear when there is no need of such vanity. You are thought here to be the most senseless and fit man for the constable of the watch. Therefore bear you the lantern. This is your charge. You shall comprehend all vagrom men. You are to bid any man stand in the prince's name.
How if I will not stand?
Why then, take no note of him, but let him go, and presently call the rest of the watch together, and thank God you are rid of a knave.
If he will not stand when he is bidden, he is none of the prince's subjects.
True, and they are to meddle with none but the prince's subjects. You shall also make no noise in the streets, for the watch to babble and to talk is most tolerable and not to be endured.
We will rather sleep than talk. We know what belongs to the watch.
Why, you speak like an ancient and most quiet watchman, for I cannot see how sleeping should offend. Only have a care that your bills be not stolen. Well, you are to call at all the alehouses, and bid those that are drunk, get them to bed.
How if they will not?
Why then, let them alone till they are sober, and if they make you then not the better answer, you may say they are not the men you took them for.
Well, sir.
If you meet a thief, you may suspect him by virtue of your office to be no true man. And for such kind of men, the less you meddle or make with them, why, the more is for your honesty.
If we know him to be a thief, shall we not lay hands on him?
Truly, by your office you may, but I think that they that touch pitch will be defiled. The most peaceable way for you, if you do take a thief, is to let him show himself and steal out of your company.
You have always been called a merciful man, partner.
Truly, I would not hang a dog by my will, much more a man who hath any honesty in him.
If you hear a child cry in the night, you must call to the nurse and bid her still it.
How if the nurse be asleep and will not hear us?
Why then, depart in peace and let the child wake her with crying. For the ewe that will not hear the lamb when it bays will never answer the calf when he bleats.
'Tis very true.
This is the end of your charge. You, constable, are to present the prince's own person. If you meet the prince in the night, you may stay him.
Nay, by Our Lady, that I think I cannot.
Oh, indeed, the watch ought to offend no man, and it is an offense to stay a man against his will.
By Our Lady, I think it be so.
Well, masters, good night, and there be any matter of weight chances, call up me. Keep your fellows' counsels and your own, and good night. Come, neighbor.
Well, masters, we hear our charge. Let us go sit upon the church bench till 2, and then all to bed.
One word more, honest neighbors. I pray you, watch about Signor Leonato's door. For the wedding being there tomorrow, there is much coil tonight. Adieu. Be vigilant, I beseech you.
What Conrad?
Peace, stir not.
Conrad, I say.
Here, man, I'm at thy elbow.
Mass, and my elbow itched. I thought there would a scab follow.
I will owe thee an answer for that, and now forward with thy tale.
Stand thee close then, under this penthouse, for it drizzles rain, and I will, like a true drunkard, utter all to thee.
Some treason, masters, yet stand close.
Therefore know that I have earned of Don John 1,000 ducats.
Is it possible that any villainy should be so dear?
Thou shouldst rather ask if any villainy should be so rich.
I know that deformed. I has been a vile thief these 7 years. I goes up and down like a gentleman. I remember his name.
Didst thou not hear somebody?
No, 'twas the vein on the house.
Know that I have tonight wooed Margaret, Lady Hero's gentlewoman, by the name of Hero. She leans me out her mistress' chamber window, bids me 1,000 times good night. I tell this tale vilely. I should first tell thee how the prince, Claudio, and my master, planted and placed and possessed by my master, Don John, saw afar in the orchard this amiable encounter.
And thought thy Margaret was Hero?
2 of them did, the prince and Claudio, but the devil my master knew she was Margaret. And partly by his oaths, which first possessed them, partly by the dark night, which did deceive them, but chiefly by my villainy, away went Claudio, enraged, swore he would meet her as was appointed next morning at the temple, and there, before the whole congregation, shame her with what he saw o'ernight, and send her home again without a husband.
We charge you, in the prince's name, stand!
Call up the right master constable. We have here recovered the most dangerous piece of lechery that ever was known in the Commonwealth.
And one deformed is one of them. I know him. He wears a lock.
Masters, masters.
You'll be made bring deformed forth, I warrant you.
Masters?
Never speak. We charge you to let us obey you, to go with us.
We're like to prove a goodly commodity being taken up of these men's bills.
A commodity in question, I warrant you. Come, we will obey you.
Good Ursula, wake my cousin Beatrice and desire her to rise.
I will, lady.
And bid her come hither.
Well. Troth, I think your other rabatta were better.
No, pray thee, good Meg, I'll wear this.
By my troths, not so good, and I warrant your cousin will say so.
My cousin's a fool, and thou art another. I'll wear none but this. Good morrow, coz.
Morrow, sweet hero.
Why, how now? Do you speak in the sick tune?
I am out of all other tunes, methinks.
Claps into light o' love, that goes without a burden. Do you sing it, and I'll dance it.
'Tis almost 5 o'clock, cousin. 'Tis time you were ready. By my troth, I'm exceeding ill. Hey-ho.
For a hawk, a horse, or a husband?
For the letter that begins them all, H.
These gloves the Count sent me. They are an excellent perfume.
I am stuffed, cousin. I cannot smell.
A maid and stuffed? There's goodly catching of cold.
Oh, help me, God help me. How long have you professed apprehension?
Even since you left it. Doth not my wit become me rarely?
It is not seen enough. You should wear it in your cap. By my troth, I am sick.
Get you some of this distilled Cardus Benedictus and lay it to your heart. It is the only thing for a qualm.
There thou prickest her with a thistle.
Benedictus? Why Benedictus? You have some moral in this Benedictus?
Moral, no, by my troth. I have no moral meaning. I meant plain holy thistle. You may think perchance that I think you're in love. Nay, by'r lady, I am not such a fool to think what I list, nor I list not to think what I can, nor indeed I cannot think, if I were to think my heart out of thinking, that you're in love, or that you will be in love, or that you can be in love. And yet, Benedict was such another, and now is he become a man. He swore he would never marry, and yet now, in despite of his heart, he eats his meat without grudging. And how you may be converted, I know not. But methinks you look with your eyes as other women do.
What pace is this that thy tongue keeps?
Not a false gallop.
Madam, withdraw. The prince, the count, Signor Benedict, Don John, all the gallants of the town have come to fetch you to church.
Help to dress me, good cause, good Meg, good Ursula.
What would you with me, honest neighbor?
Marry, sir, I would have some confidence with you that discerns you nearly.
Brief, I pray you, for you see, it is a busy time with me.
Marry, this it is, sir.
Yes, in truth it is, sir.
What is it, my good friends?
Good man Verges, sir, speaks a little off the matter. An old man, sir, and his wits are not so blunt as, God help, I would desire they were, but in faith as honest as the skin between his brows.
Yes, and I thank God I am as honest as any man living that is an old man, and no honester than I.
Comparisons are odorous, palabras, neighbor Verges.
Neighbors, you are tedious.
It pleases your worship to say so, but we are the poor duke's officers. But truly, for mine own part, if I were as tedious as a king, I could find it in my heart to bestow it all of your worship.
All thy tediousness on me, huh?
Yea, and 1,000 pounds more than 'tis, for I hear as good exclamation on your worship as of any man in the city. And though I be but a poor man, I am glad to hear it.
And so am I.
I would fain know what you have to say.
Marry, sir, our watch tonight, accepting your worship's presence, attain a couple of as errant knaves as any in Messina.
A good old man, sir, he will be talking, as they say, when the age is in, the wit is out. God help us, it is a world to see. Well, in faith, neighbor Verges, well said. And 2 men ride of a horse, 1 must ride behind. An honest soul in faith, sir, by my troth, he is as ever broke bread.
I must leave you.
One word, sir. Our watch, sir, have indeed comprehended 2 auspicious persons, and we would have them this morning examined before your worship.
Take their examination yourself and bring it to me. I am now in great haste, as it may appear unto you.
It shall be suffragans.
Drink some wine ere you go. Fare you well.
My lord, they stay for you to give your daughter to her husband.
I'll wait upon them. I am ready.
Go, good partner, go. Get you to Francis Sequel. Let him bring his pen and inkhorn to the jail. We are now to examination these men.
And we must do it wisely.
We will spare for no wit, I warrant you. Here's that shall drive some of them to a non-come. Only get the learned writer to set down our excommunication and meet me at the jail.